Good afternoon, Grand Rising, and good night to the beautiful entity watching this video. It's your boy Devon Messenger, and we're back with another message and understand. With today's video, man, we got nothing but peace and tranquility, prosperity, nothing but abundance coming our way. And of course, with today's video, when you see the title, people will dislike you because your life is intriguing and interesting while their ego can't relate. And the thing is, people and their ego, they can't relate to you because like every time, and I do apologize too for the noise because I am on a cruise right now, so there's many people above me, below me, and all that. But the people that are intimidated by your life, or they fear your life, not even fear your life, but they dislike your life because for one, they dislike themselves. And if somebody dislikes themselves, they can't live through themselves, so they try to live through you. And because they can't live through you, they can't have the same things that you have. That makes them mad. It makes them upset because it's like, why can't I be granted the same things that this person has? And it's like when they're seeing you live your life, and it's like the way that you think, the way that you feel about life, the way that you're in amazement with yourself, the way that you handle people and their emotions or their ego, the way that you deal with things. People don't like that, and this is like they feel like they're belittled because they're not on the same level you are through frequency, through mentality, through intelligence, through spirituality, just through knowledge in general, and that intimidates them. And when people feel intimidated, this is exactly when the lower self will start thinking for them because when it comes down to lower self meaning like your root, sacral, solar plexus, all of that. And majority of the time, the people who are doing better for themselves, the creatives, the people who are on the creative frequency, they're living above on their crown chakra meaning that a person who operates at the lower chakra, they're always thinking in envy, they're always emotional, they're always crying, they're always mad, they're always complaining, they're always whining, they're always bashing people behind closed doors, or they're always sneak dissing. These are people who can't seem to get their life together. They're always something's always going on with them. They're always getting hurt. They're always getting fired from jobs. They can't take care of their family. They don't know how to put food on their own table. And it's just like they have so many complications that their past life is literally trying to show up for them right now, and they still can't see it through. And that's what makes them mad because their spirit's trying to tell them something, but their ego is trying to overshadow what their spirit is actually saying to them. But the thing is, though, you were already awakened to that, so you were able to see that your spirit was able to guide you way beyond what you were feeling at that moment in your past life. So now that you woke up in this life, people will get mad at you and they'll be intrigued by the life that you're living. So there are not many people who are living that heavenly life that people actually want to explore because that life may seem boring, but the thing is the boring things will bring you peace and they'll bring you abundance because it's like many people who are too fixated on trying to please everybody else, they're too busy in the world. So people who are of this world, they do worldly things, and these worldly things keep them tied down subconsciously. And the thing is too, when these things are tying people down subconsciously, they are not able to actually find their own divinity beyond their worldly standpoint. So it's like if you want to take a trip for yourself or your family, for you to do that, you have to be able to visualize beyond what you have been seeing. So if it's like, let's say you're in South Dakota, like you've been in South Dakota your whole life, the farthest you've been is like down the street or 50 minutes away from your area. People, they can't even, it's like ask them, hey, let's go to Georgia, let's go to Miami, let's go to New York. No, I'm cool, I'm fine with South Dakota. It's like they don't want to explore these things outside themselves. But let's say now you're going on trips, you're posting yourself out of the country, you're enjoying yourself, you're living life. They'll see you live your life, and then they'll be mad that you're living your life. And it's like you told them like, hey, I offered you a trip to come with me, but you didn't want to take that trip. And it's like now when people had that opportunity and they didn't take the opportunity, they start regretting it as they get older. And that's your fucking fault. Because back then, the thing is too, people hate when you're right and you're proving them wrong through their ego. And the thing is, nobody's ever right or nor wrong. So when people understand that, they can't say anything. They can't combat. They can't combat you in your ego. So they have to keep quiet because they know you can't combat a person who's neither right nor wrong. How do you do that? You don't do that. So it's like never stop being interesting. Even like with how you speak to people, it's like always speak in your own frequency. Always be in tune with how you feel about yourself. So it's like no matter what, never be scared to be honest with people. It's like if people can't comprehend honesty, why do you fear that? Why? There's no reason for that. So it's like keep being honest, and if people get offended by that, that's not your fault nor your problem to deal with because they'll be alright. And it's like too, even with confidence, when you're confident in just yourself, when you're confident in your ego, I'm about to sneeze too. Whew, bless me. So it's like when your life is interesting, you'll do things that interest you. That's what makes you interesting. When you are an interesting person, you do things that interest you because you are interesting as a person, meaning that you don't have to follow the crowd to find things interesting. If you want to go off and adventure and do things your way, people will still find that interesting because it's you. You're doing it. But the thing is, too, people are trying to follow you and trying to do things just like you, and they still can't do it, and that's what also makes them mad. And it's not your fault, but it's your fault if you're not paying attention to how these subconscious thoughts are going to make you think a certain way, because a subconscious thinker will, like, for example, you can be with a friend group. There's always that one friend in the group. It can be a man or a woman. There's always that one friend group who hates on you because look at you. It's like everybody else is attuned with your frequency. They hear what you got to say, and they're always allowing themselves to get better through your perception. But there's always that one person who thinks that they're better, or they may be older than you. They could be younger. They think that they have life figured out, but it's like, if you have life figured out, why can't you teach the class? Why can't you teach us? Why aren't you making videos teaching other people how to be better than themselves? They can't do that. So because somebody younger than them or somebody older than them is on a certain enlightenment that they never seen or heard before, that scares them. It's like, what do you say to that? It's like nothing. Don't say shit. Just keep your mouth closed, because you couldn't even comprehend God if he actually wasn't talking. So either way it goes, it's like, no matter what, you need to figure out what it is that you're doing and find other people who are around you in your circle, because no matter what, as you keep ascending, as you keep on growing and growing and evolving every single day, every single month, every single year, there's going to be a certain time to where your aura will be out so far, like it'll be spread out so wide to the fact that the regular human will never be able to comprehend you anymore, and you have to be okay with that. You cannot be upset because an ego can't relate to your relations. You just can't be upset about that because it's not your fault. You had nothing to do with that. But the thing is, though, you have to pick and choose when you feel like you want to put up with somebody's ego, because you don't have to, but we choose to. So no matter what, you have to always make sure that you love people and you love what level that they're on, because there was a certain point in time to where you were on that same exact level. But the fact that now you are elevated and you are way beyond the own elevation of society and their norms, now you have to make sure to walk with humility, because your ignorance, your arrogance can get you killed. So always stay confident and move with love. And even if you are moving with love, be able to use discernment every single day, because there's always somebody who cannot discern discernment, and because of that, their subconscious mind will literally knock you off of your pedestal, and you may get killed for that. Which is why you have to always be careful and always be awakened beyond your third eye. You have to actually open up 9 of your eyes to even see beyond how interesting you actually are. Because once you figure out how interesting you are, the universe literally provide anything you want for yourself. So it's like me, for example, being able to visualize myself on a cruise ship in front of this water. It's like, it's amazing. Almighty God is amazing, because it's like I had a visual, I had a dream, I had a thought to where I told myself every single day, I am on a cruise ship, I am enjoying my life, I am thankful to be with family, I am thankful to love my experience in this world. And now look at me. I'm chilling, making videos, working on vacation. So it's like, who gonna stop me? The title God couldn't even stop me. So it's like, why would you let somebody stop yourself because their ego is closed-minded? That's exactly why you have to take full control of your life no matter what. Because even if people can't comprehend you, fuck them. And they fuck them, because they can't provide you valuable information if they even try to, because they're still unconscious. Either way it goes, so still love the unconscious. I'm not saying that, but when people are talking shit about you behind your back, when you're not in their presence, they fear you. But when you're in like this selective friend group, or when you're in this premises or a party, when you're ever in a closed setting with them, they will talk about you, because it's like the moment you open your mouth, it's like they want to hear you talk, but their ego does not want to hear you talk, because they're still not even awakened to you not even actually talking, because you were never talking. It was your ego talking for you through your spiritual experience, and people still cannot comprehend that, which is exactly why life is not meant to be comprehended by the uncomprehendable. So if you still are trying to comprehend life, that's exactly what keeps you enslaved, because you cannot comprehend a contradiction. You have to be able to contradict the contradictions in your own contradiction. And in conclusion for this video, no matter what, because the one thing that hurts is like when friends and your family, when they're the ones that try to knock you down, when you're just trying to build yourself up and make sure everybody else eats. So it's like, no matter what, people will try to use you. Even though you are very spiritually gifted, people will always try to use you to get to a certain playing field in life, to get their business going, to get their family fed and all that. It's like, no matter what, don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody use you as a tool or a scapegoat. Don't let anybody claim that they actually know you, because they don't actually know you. And the thing is, too, energy never lies. So if many people are quiet around you, it's because they're actually talking about you, and they fear that. And the thing is, too, if you know that and you bring it up, they'll contradict that and they'll lie to themselves like they never did it, but they actually did it. You know. But I appreciate y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another video. It's your boy Divine Messenger, man. I'm gone.